Hi, I'm here with Jared Ewy from Name.com. Welcome.
That's right. Yeah, well, hey, thanks for having it. These guys throw a heck of a party. Nerf guns, limos, this setup, it's amazing. I'm so impressed.
It's all for you, Jared.
And
all
I
for you.
I know I was a little embarrassed at first, but now I'm really starting to like it.
Cool, that's awesome.
I
All
have
right.
5 Nerf guns.
Well, I can't wait to, we'll be fighting in the hallways a little bit later.
Yes, I
like
have some
Nerf guard,
welts.
like war. Awesome. So tell us a little bit, what does Name.com do?
Name.com, what we tell people, and I probably shouldn't even invoke the name, but we tell people we are GoDaddy but cooler, domains, websites, and hosting, and pride ourselves on ridiculous customer support.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
And you're the community manager at Name.com,
That's right? Yeah.
All right, so tell me a little bit, what does that mean? What does a community manager do?
That's a real strange question. I mean, I got hired because I wrote a haiku to the Vice President of Operations, Paul Carter. I'm a radio comic guy who was a little freaked out by the economy, so I was like, I think I need to start getting into the tech industry, figuring out tech, catch up with the cool kids like her, and so I really am bad at resumes, and so I wrote this haiku to Name.com, and I only tell you this story because my wife was like, "You're never going to get a job with that," and I was like, "Tell you what, if they don't respond, then I didn't want to work there. If they do, then I really want to work there." And right away they emailed back, and I just share that because I think that's the culture that we have there. Is like, let's try new things. Let's listen to people. Let's give things a chance and see if it works.
That's great. That's like, yeah. I think that's true. It's like you tried something new and they were receptive, and that it's almost like a signal that it's a good place for you to fit in.
Yeah, and it was actually almost nauseating how the group hugs and stuff. How it worked out so well. But yeah, it's great, and for the job they put me in, with Twitter and Facebook and the videos, it really works out well.
Really? So do you connect with your customers on Twitter, or what? How do you use Twitter?
It's ever evolving, but my basic thing is create that conversation. 10 years ago, if somebody was talking trash about you or if somebody said something good about you, you didn't have that opportunity to create the conversation, and now you do. So take advantage of it. It's really fantastic, and it's amazing. To me, I have this rule: if someone takes the time to write, even if it's 140 characters, to flame on you or say something nice, I think they deserve a response. And I just love that opportunity to be interactive instead of proactive or reactive. We're right in the middle of it.
That's amazing. That's great. I think that a lot of companies are trying to do more of that. So it's great to hear somebody who's so passionate and loves it so much and thinks it's so important.
And that's a weird thing too. It's like, for me, people are like, "Oh, you're a social media manager," and I'm like, "Dude, I don't know. I'm just a guy talking to people." And it really works out. I do best when I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a chance to think about it. It just works. I really ask anybody. It's really sad, but with that, it just worked naturally.
That's excellent. So one thing I always hear are companies are always talking about, how do you build culture, or how do you create that culture within a company that's fun or whatever you want? And what would you say? What advice would you give those companies?
Well, I think you just I think for one, you can't micromanage. You've hired people because you liked their skills, so why would you doubt that once they're behind your doors? Secondly, you need to give everybody an opportunity to do beyond their scope of work. What can you do? We have amazing customer support, and these guys are already wired into Reddit and LinkedIn, and they have social networks that they like to use, and so we're working to get those the customer support guys more involved because they're the face of our company, and then just to create that company culture. It's you try not to make it too much like a frat house, but you just want it. You want to foster that environment where, if you're not doing what you love, then you can. It's okay. You don't have to be here. It might be better for you if you're not. So we just. And our CEO, Bill Mushkin, I drank all night last night, so I'm rambling. I apologize. But free drinks. Thank you very much. Can we get a high five on that? Was that you guys?
No, it was not me. Okay, but I'll take a high five anyway.
Sorry about that. But Bill, our CEO, says the same thing. Do what you love, and that typically will work for us as well.
That's awesome. So do what you love. Mm-hmm. That's the message.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Like it. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This was great and a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good. Well, thank you.